Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So it's Wednesday, as we already always know, and you know what's coming. It is another look what I've been watching video. But yes, this is a little bit of a special one, so you will see this is quite a big video. So this is episode 52. This is not the 52nd consecutive week, so we have been doing this video over a year. So I wanted to kind of give you an overview of how I go. So some people have asked, just like, how do I choose what I watch? A lot of people will have, oh, I really fancy watching that. I have a very specific kind of process that I go through. It's kind of very random, but it is a process. So we'll get into that. So, to show a little insight, as I was saying, of what I feel I want to watch, what I will simply do is I will start anywhere that takes me. Say we will go here, and I will start going through them, and it will be, say, if there is something new, so say like, if there's any stickers on them, if they're sealed, or if I haven't watched it, I will go through, and I will just start pulling off each section. Yeah, so say I'm trying to find one that I have not watched. Do we have any? I mean, I haven't seen that in a while, so I may pull that out. I think I haven't seen that all the way through for a while, so Exit Wounds, Ex Machina I watched recently. Not the greatest, but yeah, I'll keep going through Fantastic Mr. Fox. I see it, and I'll keep pulling stuff out. What I'll do is I'll put them on the table here. So as you will see, I'm planning on doing a video about creature features. So these are all my creature features there. If I have any other movies that I come across, I really like that, like The Abyss, it would sit on this table, and then obviously when my shelves get empty in the house, then I would take the big pile of films into there. So once I picked and pulled them out, they will go on these two shelves. So this is a bookcase that my wife has books on. So we see this is movies. So basically, apart from up to here, these are a few games, but these are all the movies on my to watch list. Obviously, we do have trilogies, Blu-ray. As you see, I keep them Blu-rays all together, and then we go to the DVDs. Then, as you see below, I will have all the series like I do. Obviously, the next three to pull out is here because these are ongoing series that I'm watching, and then I try and get individual bits. As you can see, there is a lot of stuff to watch. We are watching Line of Duty, so that will go in the foreseeable future. But pull out, and that's there. So that's obviously the overall list. What I would do is I will pick a mount each time, and then we bring you along to the TV section. So these are films or series that me and my wife watch. So we're currently on Line of Duty. We just finished season 1 and several seasons through Nurse Jackie. These are the seasons I will watch myself. So I'm halfway through Log Horizon. I have A Town Called Eureka, and then I will start Doctor Who, which AJ and Matt got me last year. And then these are my movies. So this is kind of the priority list. So I will watch through these. Sometimes I will flick between there, so I have basically 14 movies that I can watch as and when I choose. Obviously you see a few steelbooks there I try to prioritise, and I'll keep going back. Once I've got this lot down to 7, I will compile and put them here, go and get another 7 from over there, and then plonk them back there, and I'll keep going through it. So I've always got kind of a 14 and a few series to watch, and then some stuff with my wife. And there we go. So that is the process. As you see, it is quite random, but I build it up. Obviously, it shows you a little bit around my house. Just you'll see how, like, obviously my to watch pile is like about 50 or 60 films and a lot of series, and I try and go through that randomly, just how I'm feeling and stuff does kind of playing that. Sometimes I do get a random one, but anyway, so thank you for watching. Hopefully that bit has been interesting for you at home or watching this video. But yes, let's get into the meat and veg of the video, and it is a look what I've been watching. So we have the profile picture here. So what have I been watching this week? So first off, we will go in reverse order, as we already know. So the recent thing I watched, and then we go back. So first we have Detox. So this was gifted to me, I think, from Matt when we met up in London. So I thought I had seen this film. For some reason, I recall coming across this but rewatching it, I don't recall anything of it at all. So I don't know if I've, watched this, but it is not a bad movie. Just over an hour and a half. Quite a few famous faces that pop up here and there in it. Obviously, Terminator 2. Robert, I can't remember his name now. Robert Patrick, that's his name. So yeah, but I didn't mind. This is quite of a kind of a cop killer. He's on the run, obviously kills Sylvester Stallone's wife. He goes down a rabbit hole of drugs, goes to a special rehab clinic, and then unfortunately the killer is there hunting everyone. So quite interesting, very kind of 90s action, but I liked it. It's good to add it to the collection. So the next one, obviously, I've watched this multiple times, but this is the edition that Matt gifted me of Star Wars. Transformers 1 obviously has the comic. Have not read the, I think it is a comic or is it a book? Yeah, it is a little comic. I've not read the comic, so that is, I will need to read that before I put it up. But yeah, again, it's the first Transformers film. A great movie. It was quite nice to see on the display. Bit sad for Jazz. But it is what it is, and like Michael Bay has his highs and has his lows. So next we have the complete box set on Blu-ray of Resident Evil. So yes, I've gone back and watched all 6 movies of the Milla Jovovich Resident Evil. Very, very interesting. A lot of it holds up. You'll find that from the first one, the animation gets a lot better about 3 movies in. I would say the liquor from the first one is very bad, but the story's there. It's interesting how the story develops. I must admit, watching them all close together, you now notice when actors and that. Obviously, the Red Queen changes actress, I think, about 3 times, and obviously ends up with Milla Jovovich's daughter. I liked the story from start to finish. If we take it as an overall picture, I thought it was quite good. Having the clones of the characters and reusing them, I thought was good as well. Maybe could have used some people a bit better. I did obviously the kind of love interest from the first one. He gets turned into Nemesis. It's a shame he never came back. He obviously wasn't a clone. And some people, and obviously Wesker changing characters as well. It was obviously had almost all the main characters in. Obviously Jill changes character from 2 till 5. And stuff like this, but I really liked it. As kind of zombie killer, they are absurd and outrageous, and it is a little bit when she loses her power, but she's still quite kick-ass and then gets her power back. And I'd say, yeah, that is the only thing of like watching it all together. You notice bits a bit more frequently of how actors are changes. There obviously is characters that don't return for certain reasons and stuff, and obviously then they're like killed off. Like I say, from 5 to 6, that you got all these characters there to go to the White House with Wesker. 6 starts and kind of you've missed a whole section of the movie because it's kind of afterwards. But it is what it is. Then obviously having been around the Easter time, me and my wife thought we'd revisit Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. So this wasn't on the to watch pile. This is one I got out of the garage because obviously my wife isn't as diverse in watching stuff as I am, and she didn't really feel watching any stuff we had. So yes, so we had that one. So I thought, why not dig it out, rewatch it. Love Aardman? I can't even pronounce it now. Aardman, that's it. Aardman Company, if I can. Company in the animation style and stuff. And yeah, baby. I love the fact it shows little baby Gromit at the beginning. Really wish they'd done a figure of that. But there we go. So then, obviously, a few one me and my wife went to see it at the cinema. We decided to rewatch this recently because it was sealed. This is game night, so this is a really, really fun movie of, we like games and having game nights ourselves, not as often as these people do, and it is all how it orchestrated and goes a bit AWOL. Very, very clever, how a lot of scenes done and a few familiar faces and stuff, and brilliant. And finally, one my wife wanted to watch is The Return of Mary Poppins. To be honest, she wanted to watch it again. It's about the 3rd time I've watched it in about 5 or 6 years, and to be honest, it wanes on me a little bit having to watch this. I'm not the biggest fan. I like the original. I know this does have good elements to it and stuff, and I like the 2D animation penguins. But anyway, that has been episode 52 of Look What I've Been Watching. Have you seen any of these? Let me know in the comments down below. Hope you enjoyed this really big video and a bit of an in-depth, you know, kind of a celebration of how I go about stuff. How do you go about watching movies? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time. This has been Look What I've Been Watching, and I shall see you in the next one.